Alright guys, meaning to get this video up. Been meaning to take care of this thing and let you guys know how my process is going. I sprayed some etch primer a while ago, and speaking with some other guys on YouTube, and probably wasn't the best way to go. And since I had filler and bare metal, I just sanded as much as I could get off of it. Kept sanding, and then I got some epoxy, sprayed a couple coats on there, and a couple thin coats, and kind of kept spraying until it was all clear, or all covered. But after that, I got some high build primer, which I always thought it was thicker than that, but here's the one I used. I don't know if anybody else has got any thoughts on this paint, but I looked it up online before I bought it. It says that it's high build, so I got it, sprayed it on here. I put three coats on there, and then sanded it down, and found some pinholes that I needed to fix. And after that, I put some finishing glaze on it and filled the pinholes up, sanded those down. Then I put 2 more coats of the high build on there, and I'm in the process of sanding it. As you can see some sanding dust down there. And this side I've been sanding it with 320. I'll probably go over it with either 400 or 600 before I paint it. But this side here, I haven't sanded it. After the 2 coats, but I think it looks real good. I didn't take the time to grind that weld down there, but I was thinking it wasn't going to be so obvious, but it is. Same way with that side. You can see that weld is kind of boogered up, but I don't know. Tired of sanding on it, tired of grinding on it, so I didn't do it. Got lazy, but hopefully it won't be that bad. But I think it looks really good. Really smooth transitions on where I had to put the filler at. And I think it's where my heater was. I think that area looks really well. Kind of thinking about putting airbrushing a Mustang emblem on there later at some time, but maybe you guys give me some thoughts. Got some paint. I haven't bought any clear yet, but I'll get this sprayed pretty soon. Maybe in about a week and a half I can get it sprayed. I had another problem when I was spraying in the battery tray area. Overspray wanted to keep collecting, and it was really rough, and I had to sand it all down. Same way over there. I don't know if it's because it's like in a pocket or something, but when I sprayed the primer over there, it wanted to build up, and overspray was sticking there. And I don't know if I'm thinking when I spray the base coat, I couldn't imagine sanding the base coat as much as I had to sand that primer right there where the overspray was. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it. I don't know. I'm definitely learning as I'm going. I painted some stuff with a compressor and a spray gun before, but never painted any cars. It's usually heavy machinery stuff that didn't have to have a perfect finish on it. But yeah, I put my seam sealer back there in that seam. Same with this seam here, and put some up here, and same side on that side. I got some seam sealer on. I don't know if I have enough to do all that, but I guess I should. I got a whole tube of it, should do that. And then I'm gonna get some paintable seam sealer and get on the back of everything where I had to weld, like inside the firewall there. It needs to be coated with something. There's some welding in there, and floor pans and where I did the torque boxes all need to be seam sealed and covered up. But let's step back from this thing. I think it's coming along, looks really well. I'm gonna get some paint on there and it'll look even better, but won't be long. My plans are to get this painted, get the front end down. Make sure you see my control arms hanging up back there on the rack there, on the shelf. Get them painted. Probably just gonna paint them black. Get the suspension back sitting down on it and get my motor. You see it's all covered up. Get that in there, and then have it sitting back down on its wheels, then I'm probably going to have to pull the rear end out so that I can clean it up. I'm sitting outside. There's a little bit of flake underneath of it, so I'm Scotch-Brite it and wire wheel it. And once I think I need to remove my rear leaf springs so I don't melt the rubber in them when I weld in my